Hello guys, in this video we will talk about how you can transition into the tech writing industry as an English major. So some of you might have started your career as a creative writer, copywriter, proofreader, editor or something that involves your creative writing skills, and now you're trying to transition into the tech industry. Because each job has its own skill requirement, transitioning from one industry to another cannot be easy. So I hope through this video I clarify or ease some of the doubts that you may have about how to transition into the tech writing industry. Um, I would say this set of tips apply to any kind of transition and not just, from a creative to a technical writing industry. So the first tip that I would suggest is that follow a top-down approach, because each industry, each field, each niche is very vast. You can keep digging, you can keep learning. There is always room to upskill. So because there is no end goal, and you might start wasting a lot of time trying to upskill, I suggest you first focus on a job family that you want to target. Let's say you've already been a content writer or you've had previous internship experiences being a content writer, you can focus on being a technical content writer. So target jobs that have, that focus on technical content writing. So once you select a job family, the next step would be to collect as much data as possible. Interviews, YouTube videos, job descriptions, you might have previously applied to jobs and been rejected. So collect data as much as possible and see what is common across them. So let me tell you with an example of what I mean by, collect data. I have a technical content writer job posting here, and there is another content writer job posting here. So both of them are about the same job family, which is technical content writing. So like this, you collect job descriptions and see what is the common skill that they're requesting in all of it. It could be a particular subject like, AI. Here also they've mentioned AI ML. So it could be a particular, subject like this, or it could be a particular, skill with respect to writing, like SEO, or it could be SEO. See here, here also they have SEO, or it could be a particular skill like social media posting. So, like that, focus on one or two skills that you can learn. It could either be like I said, a particular subject like AIML, or it could be a particular skill like SEO. Pick one or two skills like that and focus on learning only them. And the way you choose the skills has to be such that those skills have a wide range of appeal. By learning those two or three skills, you can apply to a lot of jobs. You have to choose skills like that. Okay, now that you've chosen one or two skills, the next step that you have to start is to prepare samples. So what I mean by that is you might not be very proficient in the subjects that you're talking about, but that does not matter. Also, it does not matter if there are already, thousands of articles on those topics. The point of preparing samples is to show the recruiter that you are willing to learn, you have put in the effort to learn a new skill despite coming from a different industry, and that you're willing to learn on the job. So always have samples for the subject that you're talking about or the job description. Let's say you're targeting AI/ML technical content writing jobs. You have samples in those fields to show to the recruiter. They need not be technically fully, to the point, technically correct. They need not follow the writing style that, you know, uh, perfect writing style that the company wants. Always have samples to show. Which brings me to my next tip. Because the creative writing industry and the tech writing industry have different expectations, the writing style will also be very different. So always, because you might not personally agree with the way the content is written in the technical writing industry, but because you're trying to apply to those jobs, you have to fine tune your writing style for tech. What I mean by that, because most jobs target, the technical content is meant to target a different kind of audience. It's meant to target CIOs, CXOs, or even developers. So you have to fine tune your writing style to suit for that kind of audience. And then once you have the samples, you have to prepare a very specific portfolio to apply to the job family that you're targeting. So it can be, you might in your you can have the samples from your previous job, that is to show that you've done some very good work in your previous job. You can have those samples as well as show that as a hobby and in my personal time, I've invested time and effort into building a specific portfolio, into building, creating samples for the job that I'm targeting. So this way it's very holistic and complete. So these are some of the tips that I wanted to share in helping you transition into the tech writing industry. So these, I think I've covered everything that I wanted to talk about. So if there's anything else that you feel like sharing, please put it in the comment section. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.